Q106.5. Good morning. On the telephone, would you please sign in and identify yourself?
My name is Rowdy Licious Z. Yates of Bangor, Maine.
One more.
Rowdy Licious.
one more time, because we were laughing.
That would be Rowderford Benjamin Yates on my birth certificate.
Rowdy Licious.
Rowdy Licious. That's great.
Yes, I love that. Okay, please. Do you sign stuff that way, Rowdy Licious?
No, anymore, because there's just so many people that need my autograph. I just usually get a big black marker and put an X, and that seems to work for most.
Don't you wish sometimes you could just rubber stamp it?
Well, no, not really. I think it's probably more an example of my third-grade Texas public school education. You know, that's about as good as it always was. Amazingly enough, I was able to buy about 15 cars and 9 houses over the years.
Yeah, there you go. That's a very true statement, a very good reflection, a good way to look at it. Don't you hate those guys who sign stuff, though, and it's like, what does that say?
Yeah.
Hey, seriously, mine is kind of a rabbit little scrawl, but nowadays I really do. I try to write a little bit bigger, and I write it all in standard, writing instead of cursive, and then at least they can figure it out that way. Plus, I mean, we're in the radio business. It's a competition for listeners every day. You want people to be able to read that name so they can remember.
Right.
And, of course, it doesn't help that I put that big black and white picture of myself out there, too, because that might be something that would keep them from wanting to hang something.
There you go. All right. Rowdy, we are so looking forward to this, man.
You know what? This has just turned out to be a highlight of the year for my wife and myself to come and visit you guys and show our appreciation for what you mean to us since relaunching the show and coming back bigger than ever. And my wife and I, when we took the leap of faith on this, I remember telling her, I said, the one thing that we really weren't allowed to do in the old days was go and visit our fans. They just didn't really care that we did that, didn't think that was important, and I thought that was very important. And while we do go to other cities and do other things, and really beginning next year, we're probably going to be doing a lot more of that. Bangor has always been very special. I know that the show has been very popular there over the years, but the connection that we have made with the audience there at Q106.5, I mean, like I said, it's a highlight of my year every year, and it's something that I will never, ever forget, the way that you guys have just embraced me as a personality and a person. Well,
Rowdy, it's all deserved. I don't know what you're getting paid, but it's probably not enough. You're doing very well. There are certain, and I'll use a radio term that you well know, Rowdy, there are certain benchmarks in our life. And in Maine, Saturday night, it's Rowdy Yates. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
It's unbelievable. And you do a great job. It's a great show, and people love the show. And New England Ribfest is just an example where, the people come together and they get to meet you and say hi and just kind of personalize the whole experience a little bit more.
Yeah, no, I knew last year that we had really hit on something with that. It was a wonderful venue for where it was. We had great music. The fact that it was a 2-day event, it was so convenient. The tickets were cheap. The weather was great. And I was watching the weather earlier this week. We were all kind of biting nails because it looked like it might be a washout. And sure enough, it's turned, and it looks like it's not only going to be picture perfect, but a little cool, too. And, I actually went out and had to buy pants the other day because I thought, man, I'm not going to be able to wear my shorty shorts and show off my lily white legs this year. It's going to be a bit too chilly.
Yeah, compared to Texas, it's going to be chilly up
there. And no humidity. The humidity will be gone.
Yeah.
It'll be sunny and 70 with no humidity. So,
and it wouldn't dare rain on Rowdy Yates.
No, it won't. No, not going to happen. It's going to be.
But what's funny, though? I get around those people, I'm still going to be sweating. I was telling Kim, my wife, that. I said, you know what? It doesn't matter if I'm in shorts or I'm in jeans or I'm wearing, a sweatshirt or a hoodie. I'm still going to sweat. I get around those people. I get all worked up. I kind of work myself into a lather, you just got to throw yourself into this,
Rowdy, we look forward to it. Ribfest is, of course, let's go through the, Classic Rock Day Friday, like you mentioned, but the country party of the year. Joe Diffie, the headliner, and Rowdy, I'm not sure you know this, but we are giving away backstage passes to meet and greet with Joe Diffie, which is always special.
Nice.
We're doing that starting today. And it's just a day-long, if people are like, what are you guys talking about? It's just a day-long festival that is just music and food and beer and Rowdy Yates. And it's only $10 if you get your ticket today to get in. $10.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It is an unbelievable value for what you get if you've never been to it before. And the pictures and the videos that we post, it just doesn't do it justice.
Right.
It's great. I mean, just picture it like a family picnic, but with people that you really want to hang around with.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
And live music, not a boombox. Yeah.
I tell people, because I'm from Texas, I'm going up there for a rib festival, and they're like, oh, wow, big deal. Things like that happen around here all the time. But for those of you who are on a steady seafood diet, once you get something slow smoked and lip smacking with some sweet sauce right off the rack, that is a rare delicacy for you guys. And I tell you what, last year I was amazed at the quality of vendors that you had out there. Because believe me, I have judged these competitions, including the very highly regarded Kansas City Barbecue Society's events, and to go up there and see what you guys were offering up, it was hanging right there with them. So food, obviously, is a big thing. And
a lot of the vendors are coming back, and there's new ones, too. There's even more vendors this year. So, yeah, it's excellent. It'll be great.
Well, you had to bring more food. I mean, once you bring Sean Merrill and his crew out there,
there it is. There it is.
Trailer so fast.
Do you get paid for the shout out? Because Sean emailed me this morning. He says, "When's Rowdy coming on?" So it's a deal. It's a promised shout out. I get it. Hi, Sean.
It's not a promised shout out. He emailed me too, and he said, "I hear you're going to be on the radio this week sometime." And I said, "Yeah, I think it's going to be this morning." And he wanted to make sure that I did my call in with you while he wasn't in the shower.
Are you sure it's...
You know what? I like Sean, and I like hanging out with him, but from here on out, it's not going to be standing too close.
Are you sure that it's the food tents that get visited by Sean and Mike?
Yeah, there you go. You go.
I think it's the adult beverage tents as much. But.
Rowdy. We can't wait, Betty. We can't wait to see you. We'll see you. We'll go on the air with you when you get here on Saturday morning, all right?
Oh, you know what? By the way, just real quick, and I hate to do this, but what time? I'm getting a lot of private messages about this. What time are the gates going to open Friday, and what time are they going Saturday? Because I've talked to a lot of people that are going to go ahead and do the whole 2-day deal. Yeah,
11 a.m. Gates open at 11. Music starts at noon. Joe Diffie hits the stage at 8:30. So gates open at 11 o'clock. Music starts at noon.
Oh,
all right.
And one thing that I definitely need to do a shameless plug for, and I didn't promise them this either, but they were nice enough to invite me. I will be on the Saturday morning news on television station WABI.
Oh, TV5.
Nice.
Saturday morning.
Good, buddy. Good.
Yeah,
excellent.
I know, which means I'm going to have to A, get up early, and B, shave, and I haven't done either one of those in several months. Got to get my TV face on.
That's
there you
right.
go. I hear you, man. All right, Rowdy. See you Saturday.
Okay, y'all.